Hi and welcome. In this video we're going to learn about a new and improved tool in Photoshop 2020, the November 2019 release. It's the warp tool, and boy has it been improved. Okay, let's dig in. Okay, to apply warp we need to be first in transform mode. Now the transform command can't be used on a background layer, so the first thing we need to do is to remove the padlock, and I can do that by quickly just clicking on the padlock, and there it was gone. And now we've got a normal layer, and we can enter transform with either we can go up to edit and down to free transform, or we can use the keyboard shortcut of Ctrl+T or Command plus T if you're on a Mac. So let's just click on that to bring us into transform mode. And now we can enter warp mode by, if we go up to the tool options bar at the top, we'll see this little icon here. And this is the warp mode. So if I click on that, that will take me into the warp mode itself. So this is the tool options bar for the warp tool. And we can see that we've got some standard stuff that we had before. Like the different types of warp, so we can drop down this box and we can decide which one of these that we want to use. The new stuff is over on this side here, and we've got split and grid. Now what's all that about? Well, at the moment we're in default grid mode. Now we can have a 3x3, or we can have a 4x4, or we can have a 5x5, depending on how accurate you want to get. If we go for default mode, basically it's anywhere, so I can click anywhere in here and I can start warping, or I can go up for one of these handles, control handles, and warp with one of the control handles. Okay, let's just undo that with a couple of Control and Z's. But now we can actually go into the warp mode in a 3x3, and here I can click on any of these node points and I can rotate these things around with the handles. I can move up into the sides, or I can just click again anywhere inside to do a warp. Okay, let's do a few Control and Z's on that to get us back to where we were. Now the next new thing is split, and we can see here we've got 3 different split icons, and with this we can build up or create our own custom grid pattern. And we do it like this. Well, the split one is basically, if I just hover over it, you'll get a tool tip that says split the warp crosswise. And all I'm going to do is just move on, and you can see that I've got a vertical and a horizontal guide. And all I've got to do is position it where I think the split needs to be and click. And then what I can do is, let's say we can warp this corner individually, so we can warp individual pieces of this. So we can warp the bottom one, or we can warp the top one, like that, and it doesn't affect the rest of the image. We can still go in here and warp individually or warp the whole lot by clicking and dragging if we want, but that's basically doing the horizontal and the vertical split. Now let's get out of that. Now the next one is just the vertical split, and the vertical split is just as it says on the tin. I can move over my image and click, and then I can move things individually dependent on where that is. So I can now move this corner individually, or I can move these corners, and again we're not affecting the bulb in the middle, which is pretty cool. Okay, and then we've got the horizontal warp, so we can click on that one, and then we've got a horizontal line, and I can put that anywhere I like. So I'll just make a click there, and then I can warp this individual piece here up at the top, or I can warp those two pieces, but I'm if you like, I'm protecting a little bit the light bulb. So that's the three things that you can do to actually create a custom grid. So let's just see how that could work in practice. So let's get back to the default. Let's build up from scratch. So what we'll do is we'll go for a vertical one, and we'll have a vertical split there. And then we'll have another vertical split, and we'll put it, say, somewhere like that. And then we can have a horizontal split just above the bulb. And then we can have another horizontal split just below the bulb. Somewhere like that. And that looks pretty good. And now I can go and I can warp this corner independently, and warp these two areas independently, and warp these two independently. But another new feature is to be able to use all these individual points working as one. And we can do that by using a marquee. Now if I hold the shift key down and then I click and drag across the points that I want to select, then this will select the points that are within this marquee. And then if I click and drag, you can see that it protects everything inside, and I can squish it round everywhere else. I can rotate. I can also, if I hover over one of the points, you'll see these act just the same as the transform function does. And I can make it smaller and bigger, or I can rotate it round. Okay. Well, we'll make that a bit bigger, and then we'll Command and Z a few times and get back to where we started. Now, what happens if I wanted to stretch the bottom part of the bulb, this black piece here? Well, what we could do, we could put another split in. So I'll click on the horizontal split, and we'll drop one just over the top there. And then what we'll do is hold the shift key down, and I just want to marquee round these two bottom points here. Now it's flicked up to the top, which I don't want it just picking these up, so I'm going to hold the shift key down and just click on one, and then it's now just selected the bottom two. And now I can just click and drag, and I'm just dragging that bottom one, so I can stretch it out, I can put a bend in it if I want, or I can just stretch it out to make it longer, but I'm not affecting what's going off up there with the bulb on the top. Now, is that not cool? And when I'm all done, I can come out of warp and then click the tick to come out of transform. So that's it. Let's have a quick recap. In the new warp tool, you can add splits vertically, horizontally, or in both directions to define areas that you can warp individually, or in fact to protect areas that you don't want warping. What a great improvement to the tool. And that's it. That's all there is to it. A great addition to the warp tool. Well, I hope that was useful. If it was, please leave me a comment under the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button at the bottom of any page on my website. And while you're there, check out all the other videos on Photoshop, Lightroom and photography. I'll see you in the very next video. Bye for now.